Welcome to Models Off Duty, the podcast where we hang up our heels, let our hair down, and keep it real. I'm Kimberly.
And I'm April, and we're two models turned besties talking all things life, love, style, and the secrets behind the spotlight. From runway truths
to relationship realness,
nothing's off limits
when we're off duty. So grab your matcha,
get comfy,
and let's dive in.
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Models Off Duty.
Italy edition. So if you guys didn't notice, we are not together. We're in Italy. Well, April is actually in Italy, hence hence what she's wearing, and I'm battling the cold here in Sydney with my turtleneck.
Oh no, it is 39 degrees here and I am dying. I literally just came straight from the beach.
Oh, I'm so jealous right now. I'm like, I hate the cold and I'm so freezing and I think I'm a little bit sick, so
No.
excuse me. So how long have you been in Italy for?
I think this is now going on to my 4th week. It has been the most incredible trip. I did the trip solo, and I was so anxious about like doing a big solo trip like this, 4 weeks, like by myself. But it has actually flown by, and oh my God, I'm actually sad that like I'm coming home soon.
Are you excited to see me though?
Oh yeah, totally. I like miss you so much. In fact, like I've got you so many cute things, so I can't wait to show them to you.
Oh, I'm so excited. Since you were traveling alone, like that is really brave and courageous. I don't know if I could. I want to at least tick it off on my bucket list, but I don't know. I'm still like working my way up there. What do you think was like the hardest thing?
I think I was anxious like leaving Sydney and coming to Italy and kind of being on my own for 4 weeks. And I'm pretty introverted, so I actually love being like on my own, but then do that in another country. And traveling, like, you know, it's not Sydney. I know Sydney's like I can get around on buses and trains and drive, but here it's kind of like you have to learn all of that. And to be honest, I did. I learnt all of that. I never thought that I would be catching a train on my own, a bus on my own, the metro on my own in this country. In fact, I've got a really funny story. So when I went from Napoli to Rome,
Yes.
I got off at Rome and I'd met this couple on the train. And when we got out at Rome Central Station, we saw the taxi line and it was like ridiculous. And imagine in 40-degree heat. And I said to them, look, that line's probably going to take like 2 hours. I said, I'm going to catch a bus. And they were like, oh, can we
even catch buses in Sydney?
I'm going to catch a bus, and they were like, well, maybe we'll join you. And imagine, like, Rome's a city that I transited in, and I was catching a bus and bringing random people with me, having so much faith in myself that I knew how to get them to where they needed to go, that they caught the bus with me and I dropped them at their hotel. And instead of taking like for 2 hours to wait for a taxi and paying something ridiculous like 70 or 50 to 70 euros, which is like double, right? So it's like $100 to $140. They paid €1.50, so what, like $3? And it took them 17 minutes.
Difference.
Yeah.
And how do you even go about? I feel like on your trip you've been meeting so many people along the way, but you're saying it like you're an introvert, but I think to me you're my extroverted friend, so I feel like it would be easy for you to like, I don't know, find and meet people. Like, how do you do it?
When I was in Rome on my first week, I was having pizza by myself, and I had like this massive margarita all to myself, and this guy I noticed was sitting like to my left, and he was obviously also alone, and I was actually kind of lucky that we decided to talk. He wasn't from Italy. He was from the UK. His name was Ollie. So shout out to Ollie if you are listening and ever listen to our podcast. But we ended up becoming friends. And for the rest of my week in Rome, like we went around and we like did stuff together. He ended up taking all of my Rome content. So like,
He was your content.
Yeah, and was so good at it. And then we ended up climbing like the St. Peter's Basilica together, which was like 500 plus steps in like 40-degree heat, like up the dome. Totally worth it though. And then we like just decided to see and do all the things. I mean, I'm not always that fortunate. Ollie was like pretty awesome. And that's actually going back to your other question. One of the hardest things is because obviously I want to take amazing content. I love taking content. It's like getting people to take content when you're traveling solo. And so I think that has been one of the hardest things. Not catching the train, not catching the metro, not catching the bus, not speaking the language. I can speak Italian, so I mean that's was very helpful. It was actually finding people to make sure that I could get the content that I wanted and the photos that I wanted.
So be honest, were you actually trying to make friends or you were just trying to find people to take content for you?
Well, it's both, right? Because you want to be able to like meet new people while you're traveling. You and obviously if you're going to spend like a day, 2 days, 3 days with them, you have to want to be friends with them. And also obviously make sure that they know how to take content.
And did most people know how to take content?
Yes and no. But you know me, like when I'm like that Instagram reel, which is like, when you're traveling in a foreign country, hand it to an Asian person because they're going to like take all the angles, take all the shots, tell you to like do this, turn around, pose. So, like, anyone who gets me to take content for them is lucky because they end up getting phenomenal content. So,
Win-win.
yeah, exactly. One thing that I did learn was you set up the shot for them, kind of tell them how to take it. But then quickly I learnt just setting up the shot for them and getting them to record you is better because then you're not that annoying person that's like, can you take all these photos? Oh, now can you retake them but take them as videos? So you get it all in one. You just get them to take a video of you. You do your thing. You do whatever you need to do. If you want the photos, just pose but pause for like 2 seconds between like each like shot and then keep going. And yes, it probably looks silly to everybody that's watching you, but I don't care. As long as we get the content and the shots, I'm happy.
Yeah, and that's actually so smart. When you were telling me, I was like, how are you getting so many amazing shots? But it's so good to actually get a video because you get to do videos for reels and you also get to have photos. Like,
Yeah.
that's so good. I'm going to totally try that out. Well, hopefully I don't have to, you'll be there taking
Yes.
it for me, but if
Yes.
not, that's so smart. Where has been like the best places you visited? So where are you right now?
I'm in Sardinia and oh my God,
Mm.
Sardinia is unreal, amazing. Like it is so beautiful. The water is like that turquoise, like crystal clear water. I don't want to come home.
So do you think is Sardinia like your favorite or what's been your favorite place?
Well, first I went to Sorrento and I was like, wow, Sorrento's so beautiful. And it is. But when I got to Capri, okay, so we say it as Capri, but the Italians say it as Capri. Capri blew my mind. When I landed in Capri, I thought I was going to cry. Like I was that moved by how stunning Capri was. And I was just so grateful. My heart was so full. It was incredibly stunning. Capri is known for the Blue Grotto, which is a grotto a tiny little, like 1 meter, like maybe entrance that you're in a like boat, like a rowboat, and you have to go in and you have to be lying all the way down in order to like get in. And not everyone can go to it because it depends on the tide. And so, but when you go inside, Kim, it's something else. I can't even explain to you, and the photos and videos don't do it justice. It's like blue, but like turquoise and beautiful, and you're inside this cave, and all of like the tour guides start singing like Volare or like a really famous like Italian song. It is something else.
And it all echoes.
Yeah, and it echoes.
Wow, that would be amazing.
They
That's so
say that you're meant to make a wish inside that grotto, but I didn't know this until afterwards. So I didn't make a wish, but apparently, if you make a wish
oh
inside the
no.
grotto, your wish is granted.
Why didn't they tell you before?
I
Who was your
don't
tour
know.
guide?
I don't know. We need to like have words. But then, do you know what happened? After my batch, they shut the grotto because while we were inside the grotto, it was already
Oh,
like the waves were already getting crazy. And I have the video, I need to find it, where we were trying to escape the grotto to try not die inside of the grotto because the waves were like going crazy. And like it just fully went all over me and I was fully drenched in the water. But maybe does that count? Like the water touched me. Does that count? Like am I does
you're blessed.
my wish come true now?
I think you're just lucky to survive at that point.
Yeah. Not only did we get to do the Blue Grotto, we then did like a chairlift that gave you a 360-degree view of all of Capri. And on top of that, I thought that was amazing. We then got to do a 1 hour private boat tour around Capri. Um, it was honestly the most magical day.
That's so nice. Do you think you wish you stayed in Capri, or like a day trip you think you covered it?
I definitely could have, like,
Oh, just in a day.
I wish that I could have stayed a bit longer because I didn't actually really get to explore Capri Island. Like, it was just like doing those things.
Mm.
And Capri is like really famous for, it's like a really like rich kind of bougie island. I would have liked to have stayed a lot longer, but it's such an expensive place, so people only take day trips there.
Yeah, that's true. So where was the best food? Where was I want to hear it? Pizza, pasta, where was the best?
Um,
The best meals?
yeah, so this is like an interesting and controversial question because I expected, and maybe I didn't go to
Why is it
the,
controversial?
well, maybe I didn't go to the right places in Napoli, but I was expecting the pizza in Napoli to blow my mind. And to be honest, I had pizza in Milan, that blew my mind. I've had pizza in Rome, which was pretty good. I was expecting the pizza in Napoli to just be like, wow. And maybe I didn't get to go to the right places, um, but it
Mm.
wasn't. But I did have something which Napoli is famous for, which is called pizza fritta, which is a fried pizza, and that was phenomenal. Phenomenal. But the best
Yeah.
pasta, oh, what was on it? Prosciutto,
Yeah.
mozzarella, forget. I think it was pretty simple. It was like prosciutto mozzarella, I think. And like it was like maybe
Yeah.
tomato paste. That was phenomenal, the fried pizza. I had an incredible pasta in the Amalfi Coast. And when I come
Yeah.
home, I am going to make this pasta for you.
Is this the lemon one?
Yes, this is the lemon pasta. When I come home, I am
Mm, yeah.
bringing home ingredients from Italy to make you this lemon pasta. I never would have
Yum.
thought to do a lemon pasta, to be honest. It's like butter, lemon rind, and like cream. Kim, best pasta ever. Um,
Yum. I can't wait.
oh my gosh. On the first night, they took me to a typical Sardinian restaurant, and the pasta that I had blew my mind. And that was the experience I wanted to have in Napoli, but it just wasn't that.
Well, we have to make a decision. And I guess you have your favorites in each like city.
Yeah, totally. And that was phenomenal too. And then in Rome, food is just so good. And my auntie, who I'm staying with in Rome, like her son cooks incredible pasta. So Christian made me this incredible carbonara. He made me an incredible salsiccia, like pasta, which is like sausages. Like I've literally been living my pasta pizza dream life here.
I know, I'm literally so jealous waking up and seeing your stories every single day of the food, of like everywhere you're going. But how about the Italian men? I know you've always had a thing for that. How yummy are they?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say 10. You know that I'm obsessed with Michele Morone, right? And for those of you that don't know,
Yes.
Michele Morone is the guy from that terrible movie, 365 Days. He's also in a movie with Blake Lively, Simple Favor Number 2. But he is like my Italian dream. And in Sardinia, we were out at an outlet store, and sadly, it was not him, but there was a guy that looked like him. And I literally, I don't think I've ever been like this before. I literally could not stop staring. Without shame as well. I just staring at him. And he was looking at
You
me.
notice?
Like, yeah, he was looking at me, probably thinking, who is this lunatic that's just like staring at me? Like, he was gorgeous. Dark hair, olive skin, green eyes. He was also in like, I don't know how he was wearing this, but he was wearing a really tight fitted long sleeve, like button up shirt in 40-degree heat. But anyway, he still looked gorgeous, wasn't breaking a sweat. He is obviously acclimatized. But yes, so the men in Italy is they are monuments to be seen and appreciated.
So I really want to hear more about Napoli. Like, what else is there to do, or like, what was the best things there?
Yeah, so I know that I said that it was a bit of a letdown in terms of like pizza because Napoli is the birthplace of pizza. But the highlight of Napoli was actually spending time with my family. I discovered that I have cousins that live in Napoli, and they owned a Filipino restaurant. So literally, maybe that's why I didn't eat that much Italian. I actually spent a week eating mainly 80% Filipino food. But oh my gosh, they own a restaurant. It's called Chicharap, which means like chicha is like food and sarap means yum. So they combine the two words. So it's like yummy food, lives up to its name. The food at their restaurant was freaking incredible. Like, I don't know, because I know, like, we have Filipino food. Our parents cook it, but I don't think I've ever had Filipino food this good in my life, and I'm not joking. And so that's probably why I didn't really have that much Italian food because I was eating Filipino food for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, and I was not mad about it.
That's so funny. Goes all the way to Italy, to Napoli, and eats Filipino food.
That was Napoli. What else about Napoli? I mean, they are fanatics for soccer, calcio. And they have like a famous like soccer player who's actually not Italian. It's his name is Maradona. But they are wild for him, and they're streets and streets and streets that are like dedicated to Maradona. It's pretty cool, like to see how incredible sport can bring an entire like city together.
Okay, and a little fast question round. Okay, best city you went to?
Uh, Capri,
Pizza or pasta?
pasta, always.
Gelato count.
8.
You need to increase that. And lastly, what is like the top tip for traveling solo?
Just do it and do everything on video so that you can get photos and video at the same time.
Yay!
Yay!
Well, it was so nice learning about your trip and checking in on how you're going. I miss you so much and
Oh,
I can't wait to see you. And I really want to go to Italy now. Well, I am actually. Well,
you are.
I
You're
am. We're
going, but
looking
you're
into
going
Italy
in
right now.
December, so it's going to be a different experience, but I
Yeah.
think it'll still be amazing and beautiful.
So I need to get all your lists so I can still check it out, even though it's going to be winter.
Yep, I will give you everything. I'll give you all the tips. I'll give you phrases. I'll teach you Italian. You will be prepped. Don't worry. Okay, guys. Well, Kym, get better. I know that it's late there and it's lunchtime here, so I just got back from the beach in Sardinia and I probably need to go have lunch. But thank you guys for listening to another episode of Models Off Duty, and we will see you on the next one.